Canelo
Yo, what's good, people? It's the Sports Room Media Podcast. Thanks for joining me again. If you could kindly just hit the like, share, and subscribe button, that'd be much appreciated. So today we're going to talk about Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, or Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, whichever way you want to put it. The fight's September 13th, and you know we're getting closer to the date. It's roughly just a month and a couple of days, and yeah, the excitement's building up. When the fight first got announced, the first thing I thought was it's a bad fight for Crawford. Initially, I just thought he shouldn't do it because of the weight, the size, everything's in Canelo's favor. He's coming up to his weight. He hasn't fought at that weight. I think he only had one fight at 154, but he's coming up like two weights. Like it's dangerous. That's the first thing I thought. But as I'm getting closer to the fight, I'm kind of thinking, you know what, it's possible Crawford can do it. Because if you think about Terence Crawford, he's got all the skills you need. And especially like in this particular fight, he's got the longer reach. So, and we know he's the quicker mover. He's got the most skills. He's like in regarding skills, movement, reach, he's got the advantage in that sort of sense. But everything else kind of suits Canelo. But looking at the styles, if you look at the styles with Canelo, he relies on those digging power punches. Like he has to set himself, dig to the body or the head, and usually, you know, he wears you down for some rounds, and then eventually, you know, he gets you out there. But Canelo needs you to like kind of, you know, just be like a sitting duck. You need to kind of sit in front of him for him to get off on them shots. And if you watch Crawford, you know Crawford's not that sort of fighter. Crawford, he's a brilliant mover. The footwork is 10 out of 10. In my opinion, there's no one out there that's got the skills of Crawford. I don't care what they say. I know Usyk's brilliant, but he's not no Terence Crawford. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. But if you know anything about boxing, you know that Terence Crawford is in a league of his own right now regarding the skills. He's got the skills to outbox and outpoint Canelo. But Canelo has got the size advantage, the strength, the power. And the problem Crawford could have is if Canelo doesn't respect his power, yeah, it could be a long night for him. Because, you know, you don't want Canelo kind of walking you down and, you know, just wearing you down with them body shots. And because it's just, if that's the case, if that happens, it's just going to be a matter of time. And you know, as much as I want Crawford to win, it's a very risky fight. But I suppose if you want to be great, these are the things you've got to do. And you know, he's daring to be great. So you know, I've got to respect it. I've got to take my hats off to Crawford. But you know, Canelo's a great. The question is, has Canelo still got the hunger, the desire? I mean, he's talking the talk, and he looks in good shape, but he has slowed down a bit, and it's noticeable as well. And if you just look at the style, just forget the name for a second. That style of fighter shouldn't be beating Terence Crawford. The style, the way Canelo fights, Crawford's got too much in the locker. The skill set is on a different level. But again, I go back to the size and the strength and the power of Canelo is way above what Terence Crawford's ever faced in his whole career. And that's the thing. Crawford, I just hope for his sake that Canelo respects his power, because if he doesn't, yeah, it's not going to end too good for him. But I mean, yeah, this is going to be a good fight. I can't wait for it. This is something I just want to see. Yeah, this is going to tell us how great Terence Crawford is. A lot of people are saying this ain't the best Canelo and he's over the hill. I wouldn't say he's over the hill. I wouldn't say this is prime Canelo or peak Canelo. I think prime Canelo, maybe 4 years ago or something. But he's definitely not over the hill. He's got a lot to offer. Canelo's a great. He's a He's a Hall of Famer as far as I'm concerned. So if Crawford can pull this off, and that's a big if, he has to go down, in my opinion, as pound for pound, because he's gone up what three weight classes, and he's undisputed. So you got to give it to him. So we're gonna find out on September the 13th, who's really the real pound for pound, because a lot of people have it as Canelo, a lot of people also have it as Usyk, and to me it's between Crawford and Usyk. If Crawford pulls this off, to me it's Crawford. But it's not gonna be easy. But I just believe at this moment in time, Uh, I'm going with Crawford, just based on the skill set, and that he's got that reach and he's got the movement, but he has to use all of his attributes, and he can't switch off for not even a millisecond, or it could be curtains. And that's how dangerous Canelo is, because if Canelo comes in on point, and it's gonna be a hard fight for both of them, to be honest, because of Crawford's skill set, and then also Canelo's power, his experience at the weight, and he's just got all the advantage, again, size-wise and everything like that. But I believe that Crawford can get a points decision, although it's going to be hard, because like, as Crawford said, he's already two rounds down, which I understand what he means, because I mean, look at the fight of Triple G, the first fight. In my eyes, he clearly won that. I don't know what anyone else was watching, but to me, he won that fight. But that was the fight they gave the draw. So fighting Canelo to get a decision is going to be hard. But I believe that Crawford's skill set is so superior to Canelo's, and if he's on point, I can't say he should. He can win on a points decision, but he has to be sharp and focused. He really can't make no mistakes for however long it lasts. I believe it's going the full distance. I can't see anyone stopping Canelo, so that's very unlikely. I hear a lot of people saying that they believe Crawford can stop Canelo. I mean, if he does, that's great for him, but I can't see that happening. If anything, even though he's never been stopped, I could see Canelo stopping Crawford, but I can't see it happening the other way around. I can see Crawford winning on points, but if somehow he even stops Canelo, I mean, that's something, that's big. But I personally feel that he can do it on points, and that will be a great achievement if he can, due to the skill set. But it's going to be his hardest fight to date, definitely, because of who he's facing. Obviously, we all know Canelo, but I mean, what's your opinion? How do you see it going? I mean, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. But me personally, I've again, like I said, originally I thought it was a bad fight for Crawford. I didn't want him to do it, because I can only see one winner, which was Canelo. But looking at it carefully, and plus I like to go for the underdog anyway, but I believe that the skill set that Crawford has is just too superior, and he's got the reach and everything. I just hope his power's there on the night. If his power's not there, it's not going to be good. So leave your comments in the comment section, and we can talk about this. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you with another video shortly.